what I went through. Take one step until you do. You take the lead and I follow you.
So damn much, I gotta shine. You know you the bull when they blowing up your line. In the room full of bad bitches, bet you wouldn't mind. She picking and she choosing and I ain't hard to find. Yeah, she picking and she choosing and I ain't hard to find. Yeah, she picking and she choosing and I ain't hard to find. Yeah, in the room full of bad bitches, bet you wouldn't mind. She picking and she choosing and I ain't hard to find. Yeah, Gucci watch, Gucci suits, fresh new pair of boots. I get so fly, I just glide like a parachute. High as the sky, I don't share the same air as you. Form a material, drippy like cereal. Show you right, Dolomite, I'm active when hoes in sight. Throw shorty up on the wall like she don't know her rights. Well, all them cake and them draws, I got an appetite. Probably think I'm capping right, think a nigga acting right. But if I hit it with this wine, I'ma have it stuck. She tripping every time she see me cause I'm cutting up. Versace suit, French button up. Diamond cufflinks, I'm elevator up. Ooh, I gotta shine. Step up in the room and make a hater go blind. Oh, the ooh on my line. So I'm on my grind like it's 1989. Excuse me if I'm so damn much, I gotta shine. You know you the bull when they blowing up your line. In the room full of bad bitches, bet you wouldn't mind. She picking and she choosing and I ain't hard to find. Yeah, she picking and she choosing and I ain't hard to find. Yeah, she picking and she choosing and I ain't hard to find. Yeah, in the room full of bad bitches, bet you wouldn't mind. She picking and she choosing and I ain't hard to find.
He choosing the Chougie. From day one, been Gucci and Louis and Laurent, St. Martin, St. Lucia. Say Dolo and Bentley, you might this well cool me. Atlanta to Philly, uptown to Dunwoody. They lust for the kitty, you cover the ticket, the nigga get with me. You cover the ticket, the nigga get with me.
Excuse me if I'm so damn much, I gotta shine. You know you the bull when they blowing up your line. In the room full of bad bitches, bet you wouldn't mind. She picking and she choosing and I ain't hard to find. Yeah, she picking and she choosing and I ain't hard to find. Yeah, she picking and she choosing and I ain't hard to find. Yeah, in the room full of bad bitches, bet you wouldn't mind. She picking and she choosing and I ain't hard to find. Yeah, I ain't spending nothing but the wave. Kick it for a minute, not days. Damn, mama, why you trying to change my waves?
Wow, mama, you trying
that ass over with the wave.
Why you trying to change my ways,
why
mama?
You trying to change my ways?
I
ain't spending nothing for but the waves.
Okay. It's your girl StarChougie here to shine a little light on another dark ass situation. I got my lovely co-host, friend Daddy in the building, and we got some other wonderful guests here as well. Well, some other wonderful co-hosts with us as well. Y'all will see when they pop up on you.
And
how was your week?
My week was cool. It was interesting. I was laying low as a rock.
You always say that. So you was laying low allegedly.
Yeah.
See, even Tuke ain't buying the shit. He like,
Yeah, I mean, I did a couple rounds, but for the most part, I ain't really going how Skinny Big Papa get down. That's why I was laying low.
All right. Well, that's good. Did you see the kids?
Yeah, I always see my childrens.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a lovely week then. Because it was Father's Day and all that.
I ain't saying my Father's Day, though.
Okay.
I was on some hoe shit.
You was being a hoe on Father's Day?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I ain't got nothing to say about it. Cry 2 tears in a bucket.
Fuck it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what did you do for Father's Day?
I just told you.
Oh, you was okay. Yes.
That's about it. That's all, folks. What Biggie say? What? Ain't no more to it.
Okay.
No cookout. No barbecue. Straight up hoe shit.
So, I mean, when you say hoe shit, was you barbecuing some buns?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Of course.
Well, that's not being a hoe. That's just letting it go. That's just.
Oh yeah, sometimes you gotta let it go.
That's just
little
being.
TKO. Yeah, I had a little TKO.
Well, that's good to know. Today we're just going to basically touch on everything. It's one of those type of situations, and one of the main things that I'd like to touch on is conspiracy theories. Is it really a thing?
No, see, I believe conspiracy theory is a divisive word to use to get people from questioning certain things. You know, because if you can't call something a conspiracy if it's a proven fact.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Now, if some things are conspiracy theories, like the Loch Ness Monster.
I mean, but maybe not.
But I'm saying
because it's all kind of shit in the water that we don't know.
Because it might not be called the Loch Ness Monster, they might call it, but because we don't know exactly, we can call it a conspiracy theory though, because it's yet to been proven.
We haven't seen it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Now when they say Dr. Sebi can cure whatever diseases, and then they say that's a conspiracy theory, and he go in court barefoot and prove it.
Right.
See, now you gotta remove that from that rim now. Because he proved it. It ain't no conspiracy theory.
Yeah, that's true. Let's talk about some of the other conspiracy. All right, well, one of the main things, conspiracy theories, what kind of led me to thinking about this show was they had this big old meeting, this big old press conference or hearing. I'm sorry. They had a big hearing, and they had all the major channels there, including CNN, and they were talking about their findings on aliens and spaceships, and they've been seeing XYZ for 40 years, and they've been telling a little bit, and I'm like, y'all know this shit been going on, but now y'all want to come and tell somebody this shit
about aliens and spaceships,
and now they like, oh yeah, well, we had to start the Space Force because we had sightings of XYZ, and we've witnessed these objects right in front of us, and then they disappear in a split second, and all this stuff like that. But I mean, it was definitely not a shock to me, but I'm just like, I thought that was a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, I think that they must put some type of alien repellent over the hood so they don't come fuck with us.
That's because we are the aliens.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's my conspiracy theory.
Shit.
Like, why people in the hood don't just meet the aliens? Like,
right.
what's the like qualifications to meet aliens? Like, that's all I'm trying to say. Like,
we are the true aliens. You know what I mean? To be honest, it's just like, it's one of them things where they just they're unable to hide certain shit, so they just call it whatever at this point. I don't know. I don't know why they're giving it up at this late in the game, but anytime they give us this information, they up to something. And I know that the word conspiracy theory by itself was created by the CIA. Why would the CIA create such a word?
You gotta break it down, because they cons in the spirit of receipt. Whatever the fuck receipt mean, but look it up.
Oh, they kind in the spirit of sea.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like so many of them. It just makes me wonder, like, okay, because I remember back when they came out with that whole when the CDC dropped how to handle the alien invasion, that shit fucked my head up. I'm like, now wait, I thought that was conspiracy too.
But would you ever think they would be able to make a movie in the movies called Fahrenheit 9/11?
And you know what? I never watched that. What is it about?
See, you should watch that because it's about conspiracy theories. Yeah, it's about Bush and all that stuff.
Oh, I gotta watch.
Yeah, and they brought it out in the movies, in a real movie theater. I would have never thought no shit like that can happen. So that's like the weirdest shit ever. Yeah.
Oh wait,
that.
Fahrenheit 9/11.
Yeah.
Is it about 9/11?
Yeah.
Because that was a whole.
It is.
Yeah, that
and
was
it came out in the movies.
Okay, so that's another one we could talk about. 9/11. I mean, I know a lot of you guys witnessed that. I mean, me myself, I was watching on the news when the second plane allegedly hit Building 2.
I was in school, and I was in high school. We walked right out of class. It was on the news, and they let us leave right out of school.
Yeah, and see, I was home because I was pregnant with Musha at the time, and I'm sitting there watching the news, and they're saying, no, the first building was knocked down, and then I'm watching the news right behind the news lady. I mean, timing is always impeccable. And the news lady's like, there was a plane that crashed there was a plane that crashed into the Twin Towers and XYZ happened, and boom, the other one gets hit right behind her on camera. But this is the thing. All the people that was out there never saw any plane. No pieces of the plane. No black. Well, they found the black box and they found the passport from the person that they said was the hijacker. So in all that rubble and debris, they found the passport, but there was no plane. Okay, there was no plane, no seats to the plane, none of them bags that dangle when they tell you the oxygen bags and none of that shit at the scene.
I think that's one of the most ones that comedians made fun about. Because you look at how many jokes, the comedians make, like, man, that motherfucker hijacked the plane with a butter knife. Yeah. Man, we would have fucked that boy up. Like, that's like the most talked about routine with comedians.
It's the most talked about routine until the jab. Because now that's all they talk about.
Oh, yeah. I ain't been watching TV like that.
Yeah, that's all they talk about now. But it's just very crazy because I believe that shit done. I believe that shit.
Yeah, you gotta watch the movie. The movie is crazy. You know what the funniest part of the movie to me? When they be like, George Bush, right? He be in school and shit, right?
Rotten piece of shit. But
he be reading a book to a kindergarten class and shit. He be like, A is for banana, C is for dog, and they be like, Mr. President.
You gotta come with us.
No. They was talking to him, they told him what was going on. That nigga said, E is for Africa. He went back to reading the joint like ain't shit happened.
Like nothing happened.
They got that shit on the movie though.
Cause he already knew what was going on.
Like fuck out of here. Don't you see I'm reading to the children? Fuck off. Fuck out of here.
The crazy part is a lot of people like that actually was there or whatever. They got so many different weird stories. Like they heard a bomb go off, like an explosive. They're like, we heard a bomb. Like, it wasn't no plane. They never heard a plane crash. They never seen a plane coming. You could see a plane coming for your building. All those windows.
Yeah, that'd be some scary ass shit.
And that would have been somebody like,
no, that shit have happened fast, though. Somebody have seen it, though. That shit
like, we talking about New York.
No, somebody have seen it. Because that shit, that shit happened fast. Because it's like, you see them bitches fly over your joint. When you be looking like, damn, that plane look close as shit. You just be automatically bitching like, yo, that plane look close as shit. So just from watching all the movies and shit.
We talking about in a very busy area that people's walking through. We talking about New York. They always congested.
A million motherfuckers crossing the street for nothing. And
none of them motherfuckers seen the plane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I watched the documentary. It wasn't the one that you're talking about, but I did watch a documentary that was showing how they use CGI, which is they just use
shit they use in Independence Day.
Yeah.
To make movies like that.
And so forever they ran with that, and what they was killing us in inflation and all that because of that's because of 9/11. We had to go up on this and
that awe. Remember they was all talking about that awe. Remember, you know what I mean? They was joking about the gas because, see, the thing is, in a lot of war, the people that own them construction companies, these is like $1 million contracts that rehabilitate these places and things like that, and they own the construction companies. So it's like, it's a hell of a flip. They just got their folks a whole $1 billion contract for a 50,000 story building and shit. Like that's like crazy.
That shit is crazy how they do, but
and then they other family own the gas company.
Yeah. They own the oil.
You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? It take all that to get done because they got to travel the stuff. They need gas. They got to build the stuff. And then they got a company that makes hammers and tool belts and all that. You know what I mean?
Motherfuckers got every company. They own everything. You know what I'm saying?
So it's all a flip.
Even with your house. You own your house, but they own the land under your house. You ain't nothing but a renter, to be honest.
That's why they said, oil? Who said anything about oil? Bitch, if you cooking chicken?
Don't mention that oil. Yeah, that shit was crazy. What's another so-called conspiracy? Oh, the Illuminati.
I know a bad John.
What?
It's a bad John, though. O.J. Simpson.
I'm talking about something that really means something to our life, bro.
That John shook America up. Like, motherfuckers was mad. I remember being a kid. Motherfuckers was mad.
I actually sat there and watched that whole.
That's what I said. That John had the whole America
watching it fucking Bronco
on trial. That's what I said.
No, I'm not even on trial. I'm talking the day
when he was driving the car on the news, and the whole news was following this nigga for like 4 hours going 2 miles per hour.
Yeah, motherfuckers woke up like, damn, OJ still running down the street. God
he said, y'all was looking for me. I didn't know y'all was chasing me.
That's ridiculous. I'm talking about some shit that could affect us, or
a global warming.
Yeah, that. I mean, you think that's conspiracy theory?
Yeah, that's conspiracy. Go ahead, that's like I'm saying too. Though I'm not saying to me particularly. I'm just saying that's conspiracy because it's like you can control the climate, you control money,
facts,
and resources through global warming and things of that nature. Climate control, you can like fuck the crops up and things of that nature, and now you can make strawberries $50 a pound. Like,
yeah.
So,
well, what I heard with the global warming, that's nothing but the melanated people, Kundalini energy rising. So it's actually a good thing for us, but for people who don't have that melanin, it could be a bad thing for them. So, I don't know, but I look more into that. I don't want to go all into that.
Yeah, all that.
Scare nobody until I got all my factual.
Yeah, you said you got this more research.
Yeah. What's another one? We got, there's tons, and every time I should have wrote it down, put it in a little bucket.
Yeah, like, you know what I want to know?
What?
Like, why don't hotels have the 13th floor?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of spiritual things connected behind the number 13. And they don't want to remind you of something. That's another thing. I don't know if it got something to do with. I just literally heard about this recently. I'm not sure if it was like a chakra thing or if it was like a I can't remember. But the number 13, it has a lot of validity spiritually. And I don't know why. I forgot why they said they don't put it in the building. You know why they don't put the 13 in the building?
Yeah, why they don't put the 13th floor? Because when I seen the movie, The 13th Floor, and every time I went to a hotel after that, I'm like, damn, they really don't got the 13th floor. That's very interesting to me.
It is a purpose. It's a reasoning behind it, but I straight up forgot what exactly the reasoning is. But Musbatu, what's another so-called conspiracy theory?
Michael Jackson. that is. Like you think
that's the Illuminati. The Illuminati
you think he touched the kids? You think he touched them kids, or do you think
that's not conspiracy theory, friend?
It is, cause listen, you know why it's conspiracy theory? Because anybody that's melanated, they got to a certain great stature, they taken down coming after, but they eventually become.
Well, that got to do with the naughty. They sign these contracts, and after a while, they got to pay up. And
you think it's the naughty all the time? Like
yes.
Every time, it's always the naughty.
Yeah.
All the time. What if they don't want to fuck with them and that's the reason, but it's still them anyway?
Well, I mean, once you sign a contract saying that you're going to do their bidding, and now you turn your back and stop doing their bidding, you're going to have to pay for
that's
that.
your ass, Mr. Postman.
Huh?
What if some people never sign their contract? And the contract
Well, that's the thing. If you don't sign a contract, they're not going to let you get to the 13th floor.
so you don't think
Well, you can't. They not hearing. They don't hear him on the other side.
somebody who have a contract?
You gotta say
get a
that
mic.
on the mic because they can't hear you. You gotta say in the mic if you're gonna say that.
All right. So yeah, I mean, so at the end of the day, yeah, I feel like if they are getting, all the bags, they getting the bag and they getting the notoriety, they had to sign. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then when they sign, they're supposed to. Did you see that video with the boy from Bone Thug and Harmony who talked about that big ass meeting that they had?
Yeah.
And you.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember he was saying. So he basically was saying that that basically the industry invested in the prisons, and how do you
Keep the prisons full.
Yeah, how do you make commercials for getting people in prison? Because if you invest in the business, you wanna it's like unethical to make a commercial about prison and things of that nature. So how do you make commercials promoting go to prison, and making it seem cool to protect your investment?
Right.
So they transition that into hip hop music.
Yeah, so they had a big ass meeting, and this is how you know it's no Sony, just Airstar and all. They're all one gang, but they break off different shit to make you feel like you got options, just like Showtime and what's some of HBO
WCW,
and
WWF,
Stars,
all the same shit.
like all these different entities, but they still just one. But they want to make you feel like you got options and shit like that. So they called in all the record labels to bring all the artists in. The artists all came in from NWA, Bone Thugs and Harmony, and every other artist you can think of. And they told them, we need you to make music to push this liquor. We need you to make music to push these name brand clothing, and we need to get our prisons full because, we invested certain amount of money in the prisons and we need to keep them full. So we need you to talk about shooting, killing, and put some bitches in your song. Call some hoes some bitches and, different things like that. And this is all, if you don't do it, then you won't get a contract or we won't continue your contract. And it's just that simple. And some people walked away and some people said, where the fuck do I sign? You got 2 pens? So it like, and that's around the time where they came out with the movies, Juice, Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, South Central. They was pushing a whole narrative.
Yeah, because before that, we was very conscious on some old, where's the black man? Here's the black man. Polka dots, knowledge of self.
Self-destruction.
Yeah, we was like, that's what I could say about that era of music. It was sung about polka dots, dreadlocks, ham hocks. It was still songs about buttocks.
Because you're doing the butt all night long. That song. Doing the butt was.
That was Ow.
They always had some out of pocket shit, but it got crazy. It got downright. It turned more into melanated crime.
Yeah. Self-destruction.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And so those are some of the things that they put in place to and then they dropped the guns and the drugs off in the community. You know, so they put all the tools in place.
They show that in Fahrenheit 9/11 too. How they be doing
wow. That. I gotta watch that because you know the crazy thing is they built the prisons and then they made a reasoning, Marley. They made reasons to go to jail. You know what I mean? They created the whole full narrative. Like goddamn, you know. They like a YouTube video where they tell you everything blow by blow, and then they give in the description. In the description, they tell you where to go find these things. You know, they tell you where you can purchase this shit. God damn! So they really set us up for failure. Come on, Marty, come talk with us.
I feel like
we talk about conspiracy theories. I know you got tons of them.
I feel like the conspiracy theory with like rap it's like it seemed like sectional. Like I feel like Philly rappers gonna teach you how to go to jail. I feel like down south rappers, depending on the area, even gonna influence you to be a pimp.
I mean, back in the day.
Now.
Oh, okay.
Now, like, cause if not down south, like Atlanta down south, but like Memphis. You know what I mean? If you from Memphis, you might be influenced to want to be a pimp. Like, you know what I mean? If you from Cali, you might be influenced to be in some type of gang.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So the region of the rap would be the region was influencing the people. Like I feel like Philly rappers is used to send niggas to jail.
Well, you got
most Philly rappers go to jail and been in jail.
I mean, you know they going when they set up the dynamics, they use some very smart people. They dumb, but they smart because they know what plagues what community. So they know what type of music to put. So because the person got to relate in order to do it. They can't just go in here and put some country fucking western. Oh, we're going to pull up on these on these horses and shoot them up, bang bang. You know what I'm saying? They can't do that shit in the hood. So they gonna give us the spin the block and all that good shit. Well, terrible shit, but you know they gonna give us all that and push that in our communities. But they don't even push. That's the fucked up part, because they don't even push no type of violence in other communities. That's what I was trying to say.
They legally can't.
They push.
That's crazy.
They push Q102 and shit.
Yeah.
Like you be going in the store, that joint be like pianos and flutes and shit. Like it ain't nothing even hard to make you boom boom. Like you don't even want to fucking be ratchet and twerk in the fucking store and shit.
I'm in Target fucking skipping and shit. You know what I mean? Like
real shit. But back in I think it was like I think in the late 80s, they passed a bill where they weren't allowed to play derogatory music on non-urban radio stations.
Damn.
So they like literally made it illegal. So it can't happen.
What?
You know what I mean? And then I was just watching like a TED talk talking about that exact topic, and the gentleman was saying that it's crazy how, you know, we could talk about freedom of speech as long as it's not on their, and he was a white guy saying this, as long as it's not on their platform, you know, you free to say whatever you want. You know what I mean? But you can't do it on theirs in front of their kids and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I used to say that to my mom too. Like, I remember when I first heard the song, what is it? Don't you know you're beautiful? It's like, I forgot who sang it. But it was like in that moment, it kind of clicked to me like, yo, why am I hearing about like pimps and hoes and shit on our shit? But when you turn on what they consider pop music, which only means popular music, it doesn't mean hip hop can't be pop. You know what I mean? They're not playing it to my beauty and, you know, all this kind of other shit. And it just was like, yo, that don't make no sense. But like I said, legally,
that's crazy.
They designed it that way.
You know, but that's a conspiracy theory.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
But
like,
it's facts all laid out there. But
it's a conspiracy theory. How?
I don't know, my brother. I don't know.
Programming at its finest. Y'all ever saw, what is it called? I keep trying to think of the name of this movie. I was trying to tell somebody about it. It's like, I know the cops wear masks because this group of people went around killing the cops. If they knew you was a cop, they was rolling up on you, killing you.
Oh, shit.
That's in real life. You want to know who do that? the cartel do that.
Do they?
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck. They be
like if you a cop and the cops gotta be mad because if they catch you doing busting, they gonna kill you family, everyone.
Yeah, that's what in the joint. Oh, it's called Watchmen. It's a movie called Watchmen, and it's a series. The series called Watchmen. They actually dig into programming, and they dig into how they flash images via, you know, the television that, you know, suggest certain things. So they had got the device and put it on in a movie theater, and it was a black movie theater, and this took place like in the 50s or something. Everybody killed each other in that joint.
In a movie theater?
Yeah, everybody went ham. And one person, it was like a little kid, and they asked the kid, like, what happened? He said, I don't know. He said, we were watching the movie, and then everybody just started hurting themselves, and something told me in my head to hurt myself.
Damn.
They went in the back and found a whole fucking machine that was flashing.
MK Ultra. You know, that goes another conspiracy theory, MK Ultra. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They've been using frequencies and all that type of shit to control us forever. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because we are energy. Yeah. We are energetic beings, and we move and we operate off of frequencies and sound. So, you know, they've been using that shit against us the whole fucking time. You know, they was using those same frequencies in the military, killing off the enemy and shit like that. So it's like, why is it so hard for people to believe, man?
Man, I just feel like those people aren't real. I feel like they're not supposed. They're really just like
just feelings,
just a character in the game. Seriously,
there's a lot of those.
You ever saw what's it called? What is it called? Westworld.
Yo, I gotta catch up
on
my movies.
I'm not a TV watching
motherfucker. No, I only watch TV shows for things.
Yeah, Easter eggs.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
I don't just be like, oh, I'm gonna turn on like some ratchet shit.
That's on Netflix or something like that.
I want to say that Westworld probably is on either not Prime but like Showtime or something like that.
I'm gonna check it out. Westworld and then Fahrenheit 9/11.
Yeah, Fahrenheit.
I always leave with a little playlist. I'll be like, I gotta watch all this because I start watching Loki, and that shit is crazy.
Yeah, I gotta start that, John.
With the I forget what it's called that helps them to go back in time and whatever. But yeah, that's deep. I'm like 2 episodes in on that, but I gotta watch those shows.
The Westworld situation was like, just kind of spoiler alert.
That's
Westworld
cool.
is a amusement park for the very wealthy. You know what I mean? And when you go to this park, you dress up like the Wild West, and the characters are robots, but they look just like regular people, and they get reprogrammed at the end of every night. So when they're having a conversation with you, or you telling them like, let's go on this journey, let's find this killer or whatever the case is, they're gonna like be your tour guide, and they don't know that they're robots. They think they people. Yeah. You know what I mean? And they die every day. Some of the women get raped every day, head cut off, shot every single day. Like, people go there and spend months there and spend billions of dollars there. All right, so long story short of the reason I'm even getting to, on Westworld, one of the robots, she was like one of the first robots. She found a picture that somebody dropped, and it's of the regular world. All they see is mountains and cows and horses and shit. They think they really in that time.
Yeah.
So she looking at the picture like, what's this? So she showed Pop, like, Pop, what's this picture? Like, what's going on?
Right.
Like, it looks like nothing to me. And then just go on to talk about his regular day. And when the people that's around him start talking about like regular shit, like, oh, I gotta go to work for the pharmaceutical company, the robots literally like just kind of look away, like they don't even hear it. And that's how people are. Like, in today's society. I just went through that shit the other day with somebody.
Cognitive dissonance.
Shit is dangerous. But it's right there. Like, it's like they put it in your face in those kind of ways in a movie or something like that. You know what I mean? To let you know it exists and to let you know you're right. If you think about the movies, the crazy motherfucker in the movie always be right. Always trying to find his ass. Like, didn't Crazy Bill down at the liquor store?
Either that, or they always go to find a witch to heal some motherfucking hell.
You know, that's the person that's always outside. They say that's crazy. Like, that's the person. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I might not be talking to that person. Sometimes I might have the courage to talk to him. Yeah. But most time I'm gonna be listening, like, yeah, this motherfucking Oliver talking about you got wings. I just got my wings and shit. I just flew off the roof yesterday. And this is what I'm saying. See, I'll be listening, trying to decipher that shit, because it might be real for me one day, and I might understand another dimension. I'll be like, that's that nigga Oliver that motherfucker was talking about.
Well, I mean, the minute that you start talking like that and you making some sense and they take you to the hospital, they're going to put you, they're going to sedate you because they don't want you to tell certain shit, because a lot of people, like somebody was telling me that a friend of theirs kid got 302 or whatever because something was talking to him, and I'm sitting here like, well, what was he telling them? Was his voices saying to kill somebody? They like, no, the voices was telling him, watch out for that person. That person's not in your corner, or that person really don't care about you or XYZ. I'm like, that's his higher self. You know what I'm saying?
It sound like it's conscious.
And they gonna go they put him on all this medicine and shit.
That shit's sad,
I'm like, yo,
They probably was robbing his money.
Ain't no telling what the fuck they was doing.
Oh, he getting smart. Who talking to you? Because you is getting smart. No,
yeah.
302, you're dumb. It's a date too.
You know, another thing that I realized though, I see how they control the narrative with these celebrities. Like if they know that they done cloned out one of the celebs or whatever like that, because trust me, y'all watching a lot of fucking clones.
Oh yeah,
this is Attack of the Clones. Like half the motherfuckers y'all watching that y'all think is your favorite celebrity, it's been cloned the fuck out. So now they dropped a new Beyonce album. They like, oh yeah, everybody's saying that the new Beyonce, because she's older now, her music not sounding the same because it ain't the fuck her.
Yeah,
okay, Meek's songs doesn't sound the same because it ain't him. Okay, they like they said Drake, you know, Drake dropped a new album and nobody's relating to it because, you know, he's trying to step out the box, and they make all this big, they create these narratives because they know that they done switched this motherfucker out. Mm-hmm. So they try to make it like, oh, it's just that he's growing. He's, you know, this is growth. And people like, no, that shit sound like trash. That ain't something that he would have made. You know, my son actually came to me about Meek like, Mom, something ain't right, because Meek always said he was never going to like tote guns and rap about guns. His mom told him don't do it, and he wasn't going to do it. But in the new song that he did with somebody, some other rapper, I don't know, rapper, but he was holding guns in the video and talking about guns and, you know, shooting motherfuckers. So I'm like, yeah, well, you know, they swapped these motherfuckers out real quick. I don't know why they doing it right now. Maybe because I don't know what's happening with the real characters, but they swapping a lot of these motherfuckers out.
That shit is crazy, yo.
It's very
really
crazy.
Just sitting here thinking about a lot of motherfuckers that shit just seemed to just change. Some just was like, it was different motherfuckers. Like,
yeah, even Will Smith.
Shit.
I'm looking at Will like, come on, this nigga like a clay figure now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So many other motherfuckers like, yo, you see K. Michelle?
Yeah.
Did you see the new one?
The one that I saw was on like some boot camp show or some shit.
They got a new one.
Different.
Yeah, that might have been her.
I'm only sad about Lil' Kim.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? I don't even know if that, because she was doing her own shit. I don't know. Like, I'm wondering,
I'm only sad about Lil'
Joan River in that
like,
shit.
I don't know what the fuck.
Right, that was our Joan River. That was the melanated Joan River, right there.
Shit. Even speaking of conspiracies, I mean, it's been proven it's hard, you know, to have this conversation with a lot of black people.
Yeah.
I don't even want to say black people, melanated people.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris is not black, and Michelle Obama is the man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, because you know Joan Rivers even threw that out there.
Make suppose come out there. Suppose.
No, that's real shit.
No, that's a dude, bro.
Yeah, that's a nigga. But see, that happens all the time in that.
Walking down the steps with his dick jumping.
Yeah. Yeah.
No drawers on balls, just one
balls
track the whole other way. Like, nigga, what? I was like, what ball?
But you know, he got pictures in his football equipment when he was younger. They don't have no pictures of him being pregnant. You know what I'm saying?
That's not their kids.
Exactly.
Them kids' parents is their friends.
Yeah, they borrow.
Yeah, they do that all the time.
Borrowed fucking kids. But you know, they all still related. Like, even like the Hillary, Bill, all them, they all related. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I just sent
the 12-year-old girl.
Yeah, the 12-year-old girl. She did that study on them or whatever
for
school, and it showed that they was all related except for one.
Except for Trump.
Yeah,
Trump was the only one that wasn't related to the motherfuckers.
Exactly. You know what I mean? That's what for a little while gave me a little Trump hope. I ain't gonna lie, not for a long time, because I was like, man, all this shit is fucked up and rigged and everything. But for a momento, I said,
T.
Maybe
that's my guy right there. He hilarious as shit.
Donnie T.
It's really
encore. Bring back Donnie T.
Donnie T.
Yeah, he said you just gave that nigga a nickname and everything. That's your man. You ride with him,
right?
That's your guy. You vouch for him.
This motherfucker.
Yeah, he gave niggas money.
Yeah, he definitely did that.
Fuck out of here.
He did that, but I mean, but he also start pushing the agenda right before the end.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
That's what they all do, but they ain't give his money.
The crazy thing is like when he sat down with Ice Cube, and he told Ice Cube before the election came back around, he said he was trying to get black people their reparations and $6.3 billion per every nigga. It's just not happening. You know what I mean? Because that's how much 40 acres and a mule is equivalent to today.
Yeah.
The motherfucker said, I'll give everybody $500,000. Y'all don't even got to vote for me. I just want to give y'all that. So he goes and talks to Kamala and fucking Slow-Mo Joe over there. What's up, Dub? And that motherfucker said, no, get us in office and we'll talk about it. And what did all the black people do? I didn't vote. I don't give a fuck about that.
Me neither. I wish the fuck
the
I
motherfuckers
was.
was like, the orange man is racist.
I'll
like,
vote.
bro.
Donnie T.
The nigga said, I'll give every black person $500,000.
So you believe, friend, you believe that
he offered them that?
No, not that. That you believe that these motherfuckers is actually somebody's in that office going to work for us and not against us?
No, I feel like he was just going to drop that bag on us.
No, I don't believe nobody gonna work for us. But yeah, I'm just trying to take the money. At least it's just get something.
He just wanted to say fuck this government. Boom. Like he wasn't even taking their bread. How everybody else got to take their bread because they making $134,000 a year. That shit ain't shit to that man. He was like, y'all keep y'all bread. That's why they was trying to get him impeached so he couldn't run again.
Yeah,
like
He's not part of the corporation because Trump last name is under religious property, so he could keep talking and shit all that. He never was evading taxes because he never had to pay taxes.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. Like I feel like all this shit is a motherfucking show.
It is,
and
but
we're watching all characters.
Money from it.
Friend, stop saying that because you can't easily be sold for fucking money.
Listen, this is what I'm saying.
That's the thing. That's what they keep on. That's what they keep on doing. That's why they keep fucking us up because we keep wanting the money.
Whoever gonna be the president? No, listen. Whoever gonna be the president, and we ain't gonna get shit from it. So what I'm saying is, being as though we ain't gonna get shit from it anyway. All right, whoever who gonna give a fuck about us gonna give us a little bit of shit. All right, cool. Fuck it, it's better than nothing.
He still like. I'm not saying that I even believed he was gonna do it, but just the idea of saying that and then to say I don't want nothing back. It wasn't like y'all have to vote for me and I'm gonna get. It wasn't none of that shit. That shit was like.
No, you know what it was. See, the reason why I was like, man, fuck him, because he was talking all this shit, right? And then he turned around and was like, we need 5G towers over there in those agriculture areas and trying to kill all the crops. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
No, that wasn't no business. That's fucking killing the crops. That's pushing the agenda. It ain't got nothing to do with a business,
It
friend.
probably worked for his business.
Yeah.
I say he's a businessman. That probably worked for production of his business. I ain't say he was a righteous leader.
So what do you feel like he would have gained besides besides killing our crops? By putting the 5G, because the 5G is not for better internet connections. And if them motherfucking Amish is out there and they don't want it and they're not requesting it, why are you forcing it on them and forcing those towers over there?
But they did it anyway.
I don't know if they did.
They did.
They was gonna do that, John.
They did it anyway.
I mean, even if but my thing is that's what he was pushing. So it's like, you saying you for us and you trying to act like you doing all this stuff. And
He
you gonna be
never
the
said
savior.
he was for us.
You said the money.
It ain't for us. That's just bribing. That's bribery.
Yeah, I think he
That's
was doing
not
it
for us.
to be funny to the United States.
Yeah,
like,
he
look, I'm
just
gonna give
being
these
an
niggas all this
asshole.
money. Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if the shit was if they knew a solar flare was coming, he'd probably be the one to be like one that's gonna wipe us out. He'd probably be the one to be like, yeah, that shit coming and you know what I mean? But they don't want that to happen. They wanted to stay in time. This nigga old as shit. He don't give a fuck what's going on. He got so much money it don't even matter no more.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying?
crazy.
So it was like, to me, I feel like he just was on some rebellious, I'm in this joint and fuck y'all and ain't shit y'all can do. I'm gonna tell these fucking Tillies to storm this Capitol and I'm gonna leave. I'm not gonna stay here for the shit. Like he just trolling the shit out of him. Like that's what I really think all that shit was, just to troll him to say I can do it. You know what I mean?
Don't think that Capitol shit was staged?
He been a troll.
Yeah, but I feel like all like.
He been an entertainer. He been a troll. He came from what was the name of his show? The fucking celebrity. All of a sudden, he just gonna stop being an entertainer.
I was about to say the weakest link.
Like he's just gonna stop. Like all of a sudden, he just gonna wake up and be like, hey, I'm the president, I'm straight up and down, and I know all the rights and rules that I never read and don't know shit about.
None of them do, though. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, none of all the presidents are motherfucking actors. They're puppets. They ain't none of them really controlling nothing, writing no bills, no nothing. They are actors. They're given a script, and they're put there to go act that script out. So that's why I'm saying, even with Trump, they gave him a script, and he was supposed to go there and look like the good guy.
But he didn't.
For like, he was supposed. You know what I feel like he was put there for? To see who was able to think freely. Because one thing for certain, I feel like the folks that went and voted for the B ball is just straight puppets, robots. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like they was trying to separate certain type folks from others. Yeah. So it's like, okay, we making him look like a complete fool and all this shit, but he's throwing out there that kids is being stolen and
eating and fucking
he's throwing Hillary and shit. He's which is selected opposition, but he was the one who was telling all that, right?
He was
but
it was hilarious.
Yeah, they had him going on here telling all that shit, but I feel like that was his role. I feel like that was that nigga role to play. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I don't know. At the end of the day, I don't trust none of them motherfuckers anyway.
I mean, listen. It is what I want them motherfuckers to leave us the fuck alone.
Oh man,
and just let us be. But they're not gonna do that shit by just saying leave us alone.
No,
ain't nobody really putting up no fight with them motherfuckers.
We gotta stop paying for shit. We gotta stop showing the fuck up at work,
like the Mexicans do.
Yeah, we gotta stop showing the fuck up for work. Because if everybody do it, then what they gonna do? They need us. We don't need them motherfuckers when you get down to the meat and potatoes. Because if we tell you motherfuckers we not paying for some shit, we're not coming in there and buying this. We're gonna grow our own food. Fuck your market, and we gonna do all this. And what can they do? They need us to even exist.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So we really just got to start standing up for ourselves and stop waiting for a fucking savior, because the savior is in you.
Yes, you are the savior. Like, real shit. Like, the fucking Mexicans at my old job, I used to work at Cheesecake Factory. They wouldn't fire not one of them motherfuckers. If they fired one, all of them was going to walk out.
That's
and
right.
That was 65% of the employees there. So motherfuckers would get away. Like, want to shout out my man Nugget. He used to come to work drunk as shit, drinking fucking Modelo's, like burping loud as shit, cooking motherfuckers food, all stumbling over, all crazy and shit. And they didn't do nothing because they knew if they told Nugget he couldn't work, all the motherfuckers, and they making all the sauces, all the prep, fuck just the line cooks. Like, they literally came in that joint, infiltrated that joint, and was like, now we in here, so if y'all motherfuckers think y'all firing one of us, we all dipping.
Yeah.
Like, that's how.
Standing together in unity. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need, man. We need that shit.
I wonder how when I worked there Fridays, they ain't fired this boy. I called him Lazy Poppy.
Oh, shit.
And then the white boy called him behind me. I like, why you calling behind you? Because every time it's like, I'm behind you. I'm behind you. They're always fucking behind me. So I call him behind me.
Oh, shit. That's a funny ass name. Behind me. Behind me. Get the fuck away from me behind me.
That's how that shit works. I was wondering how.
No, but I mean, it comes a time where, because all you ever hear somebody say is, ain't nothing we can do. They got us. And it's stuff that you can do. You know what I mean? There is shit that you can do. There's paperwork that you can actually fill out to take your land, the land that's under your home. You own your home, but you don't own the land under it. You know what I'm saying? And so that means you're still a tenant.
Yep.
You're still a fucking tenant. And they're going to charge you property tax. And if you don't pay it, they come and take your shit that you paid for.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we got to learn what the rights is and stop being lazy and just saying there's nothing we can do, because that's what they counting on, for us to keep saying there's nothing that we can do. And there is something that we can do. And I'm going to fucking do it. And there's many people that's trying to do it with me. You can holler at me and I can give you all the shit that I know, because I just found out some shit as far as getting the land up under your property. And that's just for that part. But I'm talking about, what about when you find out what your last name is, when your family, your ancestors lived at, down south, you was the Andersons, you go to where they was at and you collect that area. This is where the last place that they was at. This our shit. Yeah. You pull deeds and you see, was the Andersons here? Oh, this our shit. Excuse me. Y'all gotta go. You know what I'm saying? The same way they came and kicked us out of our own shit.
Yep.
So, I mean, you know. But this has been a good laid back show, you guys. I'm so grateful and thankful for you go ahead and throw out your Instagrams and everything like that.
Friend Daddy SP, aka Skinny Big Pop.
You got a YouTube?
Friend Daddy SP, everything, everywhere.
All right, Marty the Great. What about you?
Marseille, MARSAE, 2 underscores everywhere, worldwide, everything.
Period. And it's your girl StarChougie. You can find me on YouTube is StarChougie, and Instagram is Star of All Trades, and Facebook Star Newton. I think I got a TikTok StarChougie. Love y'all. I catch y'all next week.